Hello, I'm back with some more of my faith, fitness, and finance challenge that I have put upon myself to do for the next 90 days. So I did explain to you yesterday that I was doing my portfolio with income from a previous month through apps and learning to be more in control of my spending habits, tracking my spending habits, and not only that, using cash instead of the Apple Watch, your phone, your debit card, and just pulling out more of the currency so that you know how much you're spending. So to help me through this, I believe in being spiritually grounded, and that helps me to stay focused. My power words yesterday I gave you was determination, accountability, and again, to remain focused. I said I will be tracking my spending habits. I told you I would be tracking my investments. Also explained some books that I was reading to give me a little bit more wisdom and accountability. I also showed you yesterday how I was invested in several companies through the Stash app, over 31 now. So today I'm just going to start with some things that I started for today. And I'm old school, so I do write a lot of things out. All you tech savvy, if you want to use your laptops, your computer, your phones, have at it. So, but today I pulled out my monthly bills because it's a pay cycle for me. So when I have my pay cycles, reconciling and doing my monthly spreadsheet is a must. So this means everything, you know, from your clothing, your leisure, your vehicle expenses, like myself. All of this stuff, again, you can keep on all these electronic devices. You don't have to do the paper trail like I do. I'm using more cash because when I can touch my money, it truly makes me more resistance in giving my money to somebody instead of just tap here, transfer here, Cash App this, Venmo, whatever you want to use. So lately I've been noticing when you go in the grocery store, the first thing they said, would you like your receipt? Yeah, I want my receipt. You know, when do we get to where we don't need receipts anymore? Okay, maybe recycle paper things. I get you. But I need to touch things and see where it's coming from. So no, always reconcile your bank account every 3 days. I have truly found out in the last few weeks of how they've been stealing our money. When I say that, these subscriptions that you don't know you have, and you look on your bank statement and it's been going on, it'd be $3, $5, little amounts of money where you really don't pay attention to it. And then the refunds that they promise to give you that you don't never see show up on your account, or those inside app purchases when you're playing a video game or whatever the case may be. All of this is ways that we become unconscious with what's coming out of our bank account. So that is one thing that I wrote down to be very cautious of, is them taking my money. So also, the next thing I want to talk to you about, speaking negative over your finances. It will keep you in a slave mentality of having no money, or of having no recreation, of not enjoying the promises that we are to have and live in abundance. Just this mouth of speaking negative. So of course I made me a reminder that, you know, I'm not gonna do that. Of course I have done that. So that was my note to self. Also, reconciling your paychecks, your bank accounts, what you got coming in versus what you got going out each and every single time you get paid. I started making me a list, and I'm doing that today with what I want to buy before I go in the grocery store or any store. All these clerks, they're giving us this stuff at the counters. You're grabbing stuff. You go home. You had a budget in mind of $60. You done doubled that 120. You're looking in your cart. You know, why did I get this? Where did this come from? That's what it's for. So know how much spending power you have. I can't even stress how much we live like the Joneses. Credit cards does not mean spending power. Credit card mean you have a debt to pay off. Spending power is what you truly can spend without owing anybody anything after you purchase it. Let's be real, okay? So in making my list of what I needed to buy, the question that it asked me is what of my power words that was going to help me to maintain this? Well, first of all, I'm determined to live on less. So that determination, I use that in my power word. I'm taking accountability. Accountability was one of my power words. So that's going to help me get my financial freedom that I'm looking for right now. Being focused. Not letting the bling bling, the lifestyles, different ones, cause me to do something that I know I don't want and I can't afford. Just because I see it shine for that moment of pleasure. Okay, so I'm not doing that no more. Then I had my three circle bonus little areas here. I put in the first one, my household monthly bills. You know, I'm scheduling to pay them 3 days prior to. Did you know paying that stuff off early, you save? You actually save. Not paying them on time, not paying them late, but if you pay them early, you're actually saving. Learn that. Then your maintenance, the little stuff that comes up. You know you got to get your oil change, things done, and we procrastinate. Taking care of the expenses. Now we have a gas expense. Well, I don't know how much money you spend in gas, but I spend enough to put it in a balance sheet to know what I have left after I have this new different bill, because I call gas now a bill, a financial responsibility that I need to adjust for. And then with cash in your hand and you're going through a line, you need to take a pause break and say, can I wait 24 hours? Usually if you just pause break for 24 hours, you don't need whatever it was that you was going through the line on. Also, motivational material matters. You need someone that is talking, reprogramming us on what we need to do, how we need to fix it, how they changed their lifestyle, what steps they took. All this stuff reprogram us. We are programmed vessels right now. We got to deprogram. Now, someone asked me about the stash. And I took the basic route. I think mine is like $7 a month to use the app. Stockbrokers, hundreds and hundreds, some of them are $1,000 to have a stockbroker. But I chose the $6 and something a month. So with having stash, I set up to receive what I call dividends, meaning wherever I'm spending my money, I want some of my money back. Just like if you go in the grocery store, people was cutting coupons, scanning things. Think of it that way. The same way you go in the grocery store and you want to save money, well, I'm using my stash debit card, spending it where I spend my money anyway when I was using it, and then I'm getting free stock. Yes, it's a percentage. Who cares if it's 2%, 3%? It's free money. And because I got my stuff on redrip, meaning every time they give me money, I reinvest it. I'm flipping my money. I'm flipping my money. Yes. Do I have savings account? Of course. I have 6 savings accounts. 6. Okay. What are they? Well, I have an emergency account because we all know we're going to have emergencies. I have a Roth IRA. I have a 401k. I got a new one called Senior Living Account because I plan to be a senior in my life. And I want things that are for me, like someone to come and cook for me, like someone to come and clean for me, and someone to provide some type of care for me. That's my senior account to myself. Life insurance. Oh, did you know you got interest rates and interest on life insurance? Emergency funds build up in life insurance policies. Whew. And I also got a separate vacation rainy day fund, just in case. Those are my 6 accounts. Now, what do I do to help save? Out of sight, out of mind. Deposits, I have them set up bi-weekly. Take my money before I get it so my hands are not on it. And that is the best advice I can give you today. I know this video is kind of long, but you know, sometimes we just got to take the extra time to do better. So I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.